Are you all excited about the new original anime KamiErabi God.app? Here are all the details of Yoktar's new anime, with a brief review of the first 3 episodes. Fans were wowed by the animation of Nier Automata's anime version. Although the story's reception was mixed overall, the character interactions between 2B and 9S give it a good slant. Another anime project that has been based on the idea from Nier Automata's developer has also been unveiled. Yoktar, the author of the game and the anime, would be producing an original anime titled KamiErabi God.app. Fuji TV announced in March 2023. As the first glimpse inside the anime, a teaser film and a visual had been made public a few months before. The anime was released on October 6. You saw a glimpse of the setting and the character in the teaser. The character in the novel appear to be young people attending school in contemporary Japan. Although the characters have not been made public, the animation and designs are fantastic. The series is directed by Hiroyuki Seshita, with On-End serving as a production company. Jin does the script. The characters resemble of Fire Force characters is understandable, given that Atsushi Okuba designed them. Monaka will write the series soundtrack. The official website for the upcoming KamiErabi God.app anime series published a brand new promotional video on Thursday, September 7, 2023, outlining important details. It was announced that KamiErabi God.app anime series has been made official that Crunchyroll would broadcast the series as it airs in Japan for viewers outside of Asia. The KamiErabi God.app anime is an original series without a manga parallel, yet anticipation for this premiere is great. Given what viewers have seen thus far, there is typically a high level of confidence despite some people's misgiving about the series being CGI animated. As previously reported, the promotional film for the KamiErabi God.app anime series premiered on Japan television on Thursday, October 5. At 12:55 a.m. JST, the series will make its debut on Fuji TV's Plus Ultra programming block. It was then aired shortly after the Fuji TV's affiliate channels. In the meantime, Crunchyroll streamed the show outside of Asia. Goro, the protagonist who goes on a murdering spree, is portrayed by Kazuki Ura. Honoka, dubbed the super sadistic girl, is voiced by Sarah Matsumoto, and Akitsu, Goro's jovial best buddy, is played by Shuichi Uchida. Koki, the student council president who has the appearance of a troublemaker, is voiced by Gakuto Kajiwara, while Natsuko Abe plays Chika, the show's witty mad scientist. Io, portrayed by Tomori Kutsunaki, is an idol with a reason, who is popular at time the story is set. iPirus voices bright adult video actress Mitsuko. You'll hear Yuki Shin as Tatsuya, also known as Tenshi-kun, the vice president of the student council. Last but not the least, Ayane Sakura portrays Lal, a shadowy figure whose powers are unleashed by raw meat. Keisuke Ide, Yuichi Ishima, and Ryochimo are all named as assistant directors for the series directed by Hiroyuki Seshita at On-End Studio. Jin is in charge of both series composition and script. Aside from them, Atsushi Okubo and Monaka are responsible for creating the series' character and music, respectively. For the series, other personnel include: the crew member of the upcoming anime KamiErabi God.app was presented at the San Diego Comic-Con and gave press interviews. This include the Nier franchise's well-known inventor Yoko Taro, Godzilla, Planet of the Monsters Helmer Hiroyuki Seshita, and Soul Eater and Fire Force mangaka Atsushi Okubo, as well as character designer. As the goal was to construct it as if it were a non-Japanese person attempting to create an anime, the anime will be different from your regular anime. Seshita likened the program to California Roll in this regard because it is fake and imitation, but with a style to it. The other chuckled, and it wasn't meant as an offense to brand the anime fake in this comparison. To a Japanese person, a California Roll is not sushi. It is not authentic, Seshita remarked. Yet it is quite tasty. Jin, who is writing the series, said that although it is a series of death game, there is more to it than just violence, more so than the game or the foe. The series has to do with the reason of our existence. In addition, Jin pointed out that as the primary characters are teenagers, each one has hidden desire and inclination. In this story, everything must be revealed, and the characters don't try to cover up their transgression. Okubo stated of the character design, "I felt like doing so helped us to develop the characters and build a fascinating plot because the color palettes represent something about each character. We didn't want to take that route," Taro continued. "There is assumption that the protagonist has to be a hero. This is just about regular folks who are sorted of anti-hero types. They're not quite cool. In fact, they seem a little sketchy. They're sort of acting in ways that don't seem desirable to outsiders. Anime need not be cheery and uplifting. It can also be gloomy and dismal, playing with morality in ways that leads the viewer to doubt the protagonist." These anime have been widely viewed, especially when it comes to games that end in death. But it's not uncommon for a death game anime to deviate from an engaging course and head into a strange, twisted zone that may just be too awkward and problematic to keep on going. Future Diary did this, and KamiErabi God.app also does it, especially with very young leads. The Hiroyuki Seshita directed app includes music and a narrative by Jin, character designed by Atsushi Seshika, and animated by Unend. In the center of the crowded death game market, KamiErabi God.app pits high school students against one another for the right to claim divinity. Goro Ono, Kazuki Ura, a high school student with a significant infatuation with Honoka Sawa, Sara Matsumoto, and Yutaka Akitsu, Shoichi Uchida, are the main characters of the anime. The high school student engage in competition for the title of God by using their special abilities to outdo one another. However, when more and more individuals are drawn in, each altercation intensifies, alliances are formed, and betrayals are unavoidable. We make a conscious effort to avoid comparing shows, but with the 3 episodes debut of KamiErabi God.app, this one captures a similar premise to Future Diary and even has many of its shortcomings. The first episode of the KamiErabi God.app debut pushes the envelope of shocks and is poorer for it. It replicates some of the big overarching themes with a youthful cast. The characters watch adult films and gore drops through in this episode. If I hadn't already made up my mind to review this series, I would have stopped watching it there and then. However, when you put young characters in sexualized situations, you end up repeating the sins of the anime's past and showcasing how stunned the narrative is in shock, and some of the worst tropes the medium has to offer. Young characters being placed in adult situations can be compelling, especially in the death game genre. Washing that narrative sensation out of our brains is a feat that no amount of action can remedy, even though that only occurs in the first episode, and the other 2 of the 90 minutes premiere are most simple in action and death game shenanigans that mostly succeeded. The notion that Goro's powers have a price is a novel concept of KamiErabi in terms of protagonist development from the viewpoint of heroes. Goro is given a quick access to his whole arsenal of ability, including the ability to revive the dead, rather than being permitted to become overpowered without consequences. Once a child with a devoted mother, Goro now has to give up his loving home and his good name for one where he is cold filth and pushed to the side of the road. With a significant investment right away in episode 1, it's an intriguing twist that should make our lead consider when and how to utilize his skill. It is also intriguing to see what the future may bring. In terms of animation, KamiErabi is primarily created in 3D with 2D backdrops allowing for unique compositing decisions that, in fact, make the series incredibly eye-catching. The best example for this is the last climactic battle from KamiErabi God.app's episode 3 premiere, which successfully combined 2 and 3-dimensional elements. Unend does a good job of selling you the idea of this animation style, understanding when to mix in components of many animation styles for dramatic effect. This allows you to judge the animation on its own merits outside of narrative that is too cumbersome to progress towards one end. That's all for now. For more videos like this, subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.